everybody know my son King. He's a passionate young man.
He's
And,
very passionate.
yeah, and he has some tumultuous times. But the Lord ain't through with him yet. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? I mean, yeah, and he get better every day and learn from his mistakes the same way any of us did.
It looks like T.I. may be facing one of the most challenging moments of his life as a father, because word on the street is that King Harris is DL. Allegedly, footage has surfaced showing King Harris with his DL partner, and sources report that T.I., Tiny, and King Harris's Big Nana have all gotten their hands on the tape. Insiders reveal that T.I. is not only upset about the existence of the tape, but also feels betrayed because King didn't come clean to the family about his sexuality. Now T.I. is reportedly scrambling to manage the situation and ensure that the tapes never make their way online. First of all, T.I. and Tiny allegedly being in the dark about King Harris's sexuality isn't entirely shocking. Anyone who has followed their family over the years knows they've always been the picture-perfect example of how you can be incredibly talented, hugely successful celebrities, but still struggle with parenting responsibilities. Fans of the family might recall how King Harris himself spilled the tea about his upbringing. He shared that he spent most of his time living with his grandmother in the hood and only saw his parents, T.I. and Tiny, when they were filming Family Hustle.
And it's a lot about that TV show, man, that got people confused. Because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma.
Even though King Harris had everything he needed for a good life thanks to his parents, his grandmother was the closest thing he had to a real parent. Sure, it's understandable why he might have hidden his sexuality from his grandparents, given how judgmental the older generation can sometimes be. However, he also couldn't confide in his parents because their relationship was so distant and far from smooth. Now, as we all know, King Harris has been making headlines over the last few weeks, and it's all tied to his relationship and the birth of his child with Big Nana. Days after King Harris went public about his relationship with Big Nana, multiple media sources reported that T.I. was not happy about it. Allegedly, T.I. had concerns about the age difference between the two and advised King not to let his guard down. T.I. reportedly believed that Big Nana's intentions were tied to the easy access to fame and the possibility of securing a piece of the Harris family fortune. Despite T.I.'s disapproval, Big Nana went on to announce her pregnancy, followed by a baby shower that made waves online. However, a disappointed T.I. chose not to attend, further highlighting the tension within the family. Big Nana later gave birth, and as any other new father would, King Harris seemed to experience a major transformation. The birth of his child seemed to give him a newfound sense of purpose, and fans couldn't help but notice the love and care he showed for his baby through his heartfelt Instagram posts.
Hit me up like, King, I know you tired. You ain't getting no sleep. And the truth be told, before this little I ain't been getting no sleep. You know what I'm saying? I just been outside working, lifestyle. You know, lifestyle just lifing. You know what I'm saying? And, but now I'm damn sure not getting no sleep. This up every morning, and then around the morning time, he like to do that little live concert I be doing with him. And, he like to walk around the house. So, that's what I've been dealing with. But if y'all want to come see what I'm going through early in the morning with Lil Junior, I call him Lil Jack Jack as a baby, because Jack Jack from me. Anyway, y'all want to see what we doing? Tap in on this.
While we've been talking about how much King Harris has changed since becoming a father, word on the street is that King Harris was DL. Inside sources reported that a video recording of King Harris and his DL partner was sent to both T.I. and Big Nana. The source revealed that the video broke T.I., and things got worse when he discovered that Big Nana also had a copy of the video. The source explained that T.I. was furious upon learning that Big Nana had her own copy of the tape. He felt it demonstrated a lack of trust in him and feared she might use it to blackmail him in the future. Knowing the kind of power the video gave her made T.I. uneasy, especially since he had always believed Big Nana was in the family only, for money. Having such a sensitive video in her possession was far too dangerous in his eyes. According to the source, T.I. hired a private investigator to uncover the truth behind the video. The investigation revealed that King Harris's DL ex-partner was behind the entire ordeal, hoping to make money by threatening to release the tape online. In response, T.I. ensured the ex-partner was arrested to prevent the video from leaking. However, if the tape ever surfaces online, T.I. reportedly believes that the only other person with a copy would be Big Nana, who refused to destroy hers. Arresting. King Harris's DL partner for attempted blackmail didn't mark the end of the drama. Sources claim that T.I. and Tiny later had a heart-to-heart conversation with King about his sexuality and the existence of the video. However, as many expected, the conversation didn't go smoothly. With King and T.I.'s history of clashing, the discussion quickly escalated into a heated argument. King reportedly blamed his parents for not being there for him when he needed them most, stating he couldn't even confide in his grandmother for fear of being judged by her. Finding out about your child's sexuality through a leaked tape can be mentally and emotionally overwhelming, especially for a celebrity family facing public scrutiny. However, T.I. also bears some responsibility for the situation. Providing financially for children is important, but having time for them, showing love, and being present is just as critical. Unfortunately, it seems T.I. and Tiny didn't prioritize this aspect of parenting. Instead, they often left their kids with their parents while traveling the world together. King Harris wasn't the only child who felt abandoned. Their daughter, Zonique, also opened up about how she primarily lived with Tiny's mother and only visited her parents when they were filming their TV show. Honestly, it seems like these kids missed out on some much-needed parental love and support.
Okay, so I would say what hurt me would be like, honestly, like my mom being like with Tip all the time.
Damn.
Like,
Timestamp that.
not
I
timestamp
got you.
that. I feel
I
like
got you.
even now and today, like that's how it is. Like they're just tied to the hip. But now I'm grown, so it's like I can't really. But it's like they'd rather go places with each other. So anytime he gotta go, she gotta go. She gotta go, he go.
Word on the street is that T.I. and Tiny are butting heads over King Harris's next move. According to inside sources, Tiny is encouraging King to come clean about his sexuality, arguing that it's better to get ahead of any potential drama before it spirals out of control. But T.I.? Oh, he's not having it. He's all about keeping things hush-hush, worried that King's DL confession could hurt his street credibility and tarnish T.I.'s two-decade legacy in hip-hop. T.I. reportedly believes King should focus on his relationship with Big Nana and their child, dismissing concerns about the leaked video. With the tapes destroyed, T.I. is confident that no one would believe the ex-DL partner anyway. However, the shaming of King Harris for being DL has sparked conversations among fans, and they haven't held back their opinions. One fan commented, "T.I. has every right to not like choices his children make. That does not make him a bad parent. I don't blame T.I., life goes on. Everyone does not agree with the DL lifestyle, and if you do or don't, I'm going to have my right to agree or disagree. It doesn't mean a person doesn't love their child, or that a parent must accept their adult son or daughter's life choices. Bullying a parent into acceptance doesn't help. It does more harm than good." Another fan added, "Just because someone doesn't agree with your choices in life doesn't mean they are evil. I understand how Tip feels. He'll come around. He loves his son. He's just temporarily disappointed because he's shocked. Let's give Dad a minute." So, what do you think? Is T.I. being selfish by advising King Harris to keep his sexuality under wraps, or is he doing the right thing by protecting him from potential fallout? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.